Hi, I thought I would do a quick little video look over of your file. I've got Home Designer Pro 2014 open. That's what I opened it in. As Mick pointed out, you got a basement and then a parent basement, second floor, a third floor, and an attic. When in your post you say you just want a basement, so what I'd recommend, if you're going to keep this file here, I'm going to delete this floor here. Okay, edit. Oh, excuse me, wrong icon. Go over here to Floor Tools, and we'll delete the current floor. You see, the top floor automatically becomes the A or attic level, and then this basement down here that you're not using as a basement, I'm going to delete it. Okay, now we just have two floors. Floor 1, which can be the basement if you want, and if you've got it set up as a basement, and then floor 2. Before I go much further here, the first thing, really before you ought to do any of this stuff, you got to go to Edit Default Settings, Floor, go to the Structure tab, and apparently you want an 8-foot ceiling, because if this is set to right at 8 feet, that's what you're going to get. You're not going to get something else. You always want to set your default settings first, but if you don't want to get weird or unwanted results, you make sure that these default settings, all of them that are pertinent, are set relative to how you intend to emulate the structure you're emulating or building. So I'm going to assume that's correct, because that's what you're going to get, just under 96 inches finished ceiling, because that's what it's set to. And let's just go through that. I'm going to do a cross section through the building here. Here's the first floor that I've pared it down to in the basement. And I'm just going to draw a quick dimension there. That's measuring to the below the slab. It often does that. I'm going to move that dimension up to the floor. And so the basement is currently set to 8 foot 7.5. I mean, that's what it measures out. And the first floor that you don't care about, it's set. So this model was created without the defaults being set properly, so that you're getting all kinds of weird ceiling heights. And if the ceiling heights are wrong, your stairs can't possibly be right, because the stair tool works based on the ceiling heights and floor platform thickness that you put in. Now, floor platform thickness, I'm not going to save that, is up under here under Edit Default Settings, excuse me, Framing. Now, this is in Pro only. In other Home Designer titles, you don't have this dialog. But go to the first tab, and in this case, the basement's the first floor, and the subfloor for floor 2, covered here under floor structure, is set to 2x12s with 3/4 inch decking on it. That's fine if that's what you have in your structure. If you're doing remodeling or something, you need to measure those things and set the software accordingly. Otherwise, again, that'll throw your stairs off, because you're having false information in the model, and so you're going to get things happening that you may not understand why they're happening that way, but it's always based, in this software, it's always based on settings and how correct they are for what you're doing. Okay, I'm going to take a cross section through the stairs. Whoops, wrong camera. Cross section through the stairs. Okay, angle-wise, that doesn't look too bad. You see what the rise angle is. Rise angle. That's pretty steep, 38 0.42. And this, let's see. Yeah, the start and end heights have been set manually, so this stair wouldn't pass code as it's currently set. It's too steep. You'd have to be a mountain goat to safely traverse the thing. Okay. And the way you figure out how you've got enough headroom on the stair, by the way, is we'll go to CAD tools and draw a line and draw it right on the face of the stairs. I'm going to hit the control key to get so I can put it exactly right on the face of the stairs. And you take that and move that CAD line straight up 80 inches. 80 inches. And then as long as this line here doesn't graze a floor platform, which this one does, so these stairs wouldn't pass code. They're too steep, and also there's not enough clearance here. You're going to have to make this hole in the floor larger. Otherwise, a big tall person would bump their head on this floor platform when they go up the stairs. So just some tips and tricks there that I use all the time when I'm doing stairs and designing them in. So we need to allow for more room for this stair object. Now you can simply go up to the first floor and move this wall here a little bit. We'll go back to the see now that clears that CAD line, which is set at 80 inches from the stair tread noses. So that was pretty easy to fix. You can just leave the stairs at that angle. Now let's see, that's up in that direction. If you want them to come out here on the first floor, then you can't really move that wall. So what you'd have to do is, I'm going to go back to here. I don't know what this junk is here. So what is that? Oh, that's a stair object. Let me take a look at that. I didn't pay much attention to it. Okay. I see you can mount this stair from either side. I get the idea. I think this landing here, let me see what the dimension is on it. Yeah, what that's on. It's 4'8". You don't need a landing that large. Usually when I design them in, whatever the width of the stair is, the stair isn't wide enough, by the way. It needs to be, to pass code, it needs to be 39 inches wide. I suppose in some applications 36 might work, but I would check with my local building department before I spent any money building the stairs to see what the code width is. But I normally don't, the software normally drives them create some 39 inches wide, and that's the minimum for most applications. But check with your building department about this before you get all slap happy about building that. Okay, but what I would do is take this landing. How did you create that? Oh, that's a stair object. That's a stair object. Oh, there it is. Okay. I make this a little narrower. Move that dimension over to there. And if the stairs are going to be 39, I'd make this landing. Of course, I know you have this corner here. Maybe that's what you were figuring. You see what this dimension is. From here to here, ought to be at least 39 inches. And it's not. It's not quite 3 feet. Okay, well, I'm just going to make this landing smaller. If this wall is actually where you have it drawn here, well, that might be kind of too much of a bottleneck. You might consider eliminating this stair here and make your landing, I'm going to make it 40 inches. That allows me to extend the stair and not make it so steep. And this stair here, we'll pull it over there to the edge. Only thing I noticed about these sidewalls is that they've got breaks in them. I'm not quite sure why you've got breaks in them. Let's just get rid of those breaks. I mean, I wouldn't break the walls unless there was a specific reason to do so. Okay. I'm going to bring this line back down here and set it on the treads again because I've changed the rise angle some. Of course, that's the reason I did that, is so that the stairs wouldn't be so steep and they would pass code. Okay, now we'll take that, put it back on the nose of the treads. I'm using a control key to override the angle snaps. Then we'll move that up 80 inches. Okay, I'm going to have to move that land. Yeah, I'm making the stairs longer, then of course the landing at this hole has to move as well. I need to turn on a reference display. Let's see where to move that to. About there, I guess. There we go. That clears. Now, it's easy for me to just come in here with this model, and you may have things on this floor that won't allow for what I just did, but these are very mundane, straightforward actions that I take when I'm designing in stairs. Let's go down and check that stair object. Now, of course, you've already turned off and manually altered this stair, but you can still find out what the rise angle is by just opening this line, opening its dialog box, go to, and there's the angle right there, 145 degrees. I don't remember what the analog of that is, but that's a much more comfortable angle than the angle that you did have, which was quite a bit steeper. Some of this is opinion, some of it's in terms of, you know, changing the stairs and so forth. I never saw the invisible walls that you were talking about, so I don't know what to say about that. So, yeah, let me go back to your post. Basement, built stairs and landings, and started to build the walls alongside the stairs, got to the left side done, started with the right side. When I attempted to build the half wall on this side, as soon as I connected it to the existing full wall, invisible wall, I didn't see that. Mick's kind of scratching his head about that as well. Let's just continue this and make it a I'd make it a closet underneath the stairs or something like that. I don't see anything. Oh, maybe that's what you're talking about. It's apparently invisible. That's because this landing and the stair object, we go to the fill, have a solid fill. Maybe that's what you were seeing. They were just covered up by the solid fill of the stairs. That's each object like this, most of them have a fill tab, and stairs and landings I often turn them off. Otherwise, if you put doors and walls underneath the stair, then whoops. Yeah, you've got probably what that, now I understand what that break was for, I think. We'll break that there. And then these walls, I'm going to unprogram them, tell them not to be specialized walls. Come on. We'll go over here and not make them railing walls. These segments. I know why you made them railing walls over there so as to kind of follow the stairs. Whoops. That probably works a little bit better. That door's a little bit too short. Let's see, we want to make it 80 inches tall. Here. I don't know if that's what you wanted to do, but it may have been that the walls were just disappearing in plan view because of the fill of the stairs or the landing. That's the only thing I can quickly think of. Anyway, I hope this helps you. And let's see what the overview looks like now with just 2 floors. Yeah, I didn't rebuild. Well, okay. There's a roof over just the stairwell. I guess to wrap this up, we'll go up here and this must be marked no roof over. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay. End of tutorial. Hope it helps some people. And if it didn't, I'm sorry. Bye.